Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and in this one I'm going to be doing a nades, flashbang, and smoke tutorial, a basic one on Dust 2, one of the most popular, most played maps in the game. So we'll start on T side and then we'll go to CT side. So if you're going to go A long, what you'll want to have is you'll want to have the closest person, and who should be your entry frag, just rush right through here and kind of wait right here. And as that person's right there, the second person, third person are probably both going to want, at least one of them going to want to throw flashbangs right over the top like that. As soon as you hear that pop, you're going to want to turn, look, and then proceed onto the site. So the point of that flashbang, if you're a noob at this game or just haven't played a lot of Counter-Strike or maybe haven't played it at all, is that there's going to be an AWPer right here a lot of the time. And it's obviously a one-hit kill with an AWP, so all you have to do is peek out and boom, dead. Boom, dead. Boom, dead. So he can easily just eliminate any team from going A long as he's just decent with an AWP. Assuming this is after the pistol round and both teams have full buys. So throwing a flashbang, he won't see it. He might hear it, but he won't see it. He'll be completely flashed unless he looks away at the perfect time and then comes back. Which in that case you're just gonna, and that's the reason why you'll have a second on him. That's the reason why you'll want to peek out first and have you'll be aiming out, and then you can proceed on the site, or on the long. And one of the smokes I throw all the time, actually before we get to that, if you make that guy move out, if you want to, this isn't a pro nade, alright, I promise, but you can kind of just toss a nade there. It'll hurt that guy a lot who's trying to retreat. Maybe not nade not that far, but if you can just push out a bit and then maybe hit a quick nade. Maybe if that guy's close, or it'll hurt him a little bit. It could be nice, you know. I wouldn't really recommend it, but if you want to, whatever. A smoke that I throw all the time is you gotta run a little bit and just know the perfect time to release. I mess it up all the time, but a lot of times I hit it. So the weaknesses of this smoke are right here. So unless you're playing against a really good AWPer or a really high skill rank, I would not be worried about getting shot from there. If you really need to, you can just have your another friend just lightly tap that there, or just throw a flashbang over. It's really not a huge deal. If you're playing in silver, which you probably are if you're watching this video, just because this is a really basic nades, flashes, smokes tutorial, then it's not going to really be a big issue at all. But this is a really simple smoke. You just aim a little bit low, release. You kind of just get the feel for it. Hops right in the middle there. Well, that was actually a little off, but this works. So if maybe if you have an AWPer going up long, he can kind of help you watch UCT. You got to read and see, okay, 2 CT, and you can proceed up to the site. So once you're on the site, there's really nothing else to do. Hopefully you'll have at least a couple people with smokes left over. You're gonna want to have at least one, maybe two smokes there if you really want to, and you should have some other guys with smokes, and you'll want to smoke just a simple smoke. I mean, this is just obvious stuff. Did I throw a little too far? Yes, I did. I threw that way too far.
I'm throwing smoke.
Yeah, that's all right. I mean, they can still peek out a little bit, but not too much. Just simple smokes to block off areas of where people really are a lot. And I don't have a Molotov on me right now, but if you had a Molotov, throwing it down CT, but for now just a grenade, that's just really good stuff you can do. Now I'll move back up to T-spawn here, and if you're going mid, I'm going to skip going around there, and I'm just going to go right through suicide, which is not a good idea. Don't do that unless you're just rushing mid with pistols on a save round. You just want to get it over with. So if you're here, and you're trying to go cat, or top mid, you're trying to go cat, or trying to go mid, and go maybe B split, A split, well, that'd be an A split, but just trying to go through CT, I don't know, crazy silver strats that you guys run. For cat, you're going to want to have a smoke down. There's a smoke I can't seem to remember at the moment in T-spawn that lets you watch the War Owls videos. He's an amazing CSGO player, and he has tons of super helpful tips. But so there's a smoke in T-spawn that if you watch his channel, you'll figure it out, that it'll smoke right on top of Xbox. So there's a couple things you can do. You can just smoke this. If you have one of your other friends throw another smoke just to be sure, and you can just run through the smoke, and that'll completely protect you from anyone unless they're standing right there, which most of the time they won't be. They'll probably be back there. So what this is vulnerable to is players playing on cat. But from my experience, no one plays on cat. If there is players playing on cat, well, I guess you'll find that out, and maybe you'll push through the smoke, you'll get killed, but your teammate will get the trade frag, and he'll get the kill. And either way, you're nearly on the A site, and there's probably only one, maybe two people left on that A site, if they're playing a traditional 2A, 2B, 1 mid. So, another smoke is maybe you can have one of your friends watch mid for you and kind of follow you a little bit, just so that's all clear, and then you can kind of just dump off the smoke on the Xbox, and that'll completely smoke it, and everyone else can go from there. It'll smoke lower, it'll smoke mid, and then you can still push up on the cat. Have a guy watch for you, you smoke it, then have another guy cover cat maybe, but that does take a little bit of time, and if you just want to get a rush, just throw the smokes right onto cat itself, or short, whatever you like to refer to it as. Another smoke I use actually a lot more than people think. Whether I go through T-spawn, I rush right through suicide real quick, maybe P90, MP7, or just a simple save round with a Glock or a Tech 9. I throw smoke right here. Kind of just aim right there. It'll throw a little bit below. You can even aim a little bit high, whatever. Just around that general area, it'll land a pretty damn near perfect smoke right here. So the disadvantage to this smoke is that if you're all the way back here, you can see up a little bit, and you can possibly get shots. So that's the only flaw with this smoke. But again, if you're playing in a silver rank, it really shouldn't be a big deal. What I do is I kind of just go back and forth, and then I end up just going right up here to window. That's just where I normally go and how I play Counter-Strike. So that's an awesome smoke that I use all the time for taking mid here, getting mid controls. I think is a pretty essential part of Dust 2. So I'll hit that smoke, and then maybe I'll push out with whatever pistol, submachine gun I have, take out the mid player. If there is no mid player, I keep myself silent, and I guess this is kind of a strategy and a smoke, flashbang and nade kind of video I'm trying to show. But what I try to do, I'll just finish what I was saying. What I try to do is I try to flank, choke B site. I'll tell my friends to push through tunnels. They'll all be aiming at tunnels. Boom, boom, boom. 3 kills. Not really, but essentially that's what you'd hope for. And then you get the bomb plant. But yeah. So we'll move on to B site here. So you'll be rushing B. Normally, most B takes are just rushes. There's not a lot of slow playing B. So what you want to do is, there's a good flashbang, and I hit it perfectly that time. It's not an extremely hard flashbang, but you know, if you mess this up in game, your friends are going to be pissed. You just want it to bounce and then go across so it's not blinding you completely. As you can see, I got a little blinded, but it's better than that. So, yeah, so you want to just hit it right in there, have your gun out, boom, I can do whatever I want, and that'll the flash will land right here, and it'll flash everyone right here. Unless this is a common spot, you know, people will hold this spot real close here, try to get headshots, and then they'll hear it and they'll dip in. So if I were you, I'd watch, you know, like that. I'd kind of come around like this, and then kind of just move my way like that. You know, you should have a designated spot. As you're coming down, I'm gonna watch car. And then I failed it there pretty badly. So you don't want to fail it. I knew I was gonna fail it. Let me just try that again. Oh, I failed it again. Whatever, I suck. All right. So other than that, I mean, for what I normally do is I always check car, and then I move around and just dump off a little smoke here. Real simple. Just throw the smoke. Maybe if I have a Molotov, chuck the Molotov right up there. I don't have one, so I'll just throw a nade. Just simple stuff, you know. If someone else smokes or someone else mollies, or you know, have leftover smokes, just tell your friends smoke there. You can always a really good habit is checking your friends. If you're dead, you can check what's on them, check what gun they have, check what kind of equipment they have. I'll tell you a true story real quick. Stories with DebtlessJet. Yes, so I was right here, in fact, in a 15-14 game. My team was up 15-14. I was playing with my clan, a full clan. You know, it was all 5 people were in my clan. I'm the clan leader, and I was sitting here, I believe, with an AK-47. and I was defending the site as a terrorist against a counter-terrorist, and it was a 1 versus 1, and I didn't know what to do. I was on about 30 HP, but the other guy was on about, I think it was 5 to 10 HP, somewhere in that range. So I'm sitting here nervous as hell, checking both spots, like, oh my god, where's he gonna come from? Where's he gonna come from? My friend's like, yo, you have a nade. Toss nade up in the window. So I tossed nade in the window, boom, killed, done. Didn't even have to do anything. The nade did all the work. And I honestly don't remember where he was, but if you saw the nade hit right around here, it bounced off there, hit here, it would have killed him wherever he was on 5 HP. But that's a great nade. You know, let's say you take the site and a guy in there heard the footsteps. He called a quick rotation. There's a guy maybe in cat. He jumped down immediately. He's running. You guys are taking the site. Check car, smoke. I'm right here. Throw the nade. Boom. I just ate a nade and lost about 40, 30 HP. So just a lot of great things you can do with smokes, nades, flashes. Now, I know I'm taking this, drawing out this video a little too long, but I really love Counter-Strike and I know a lot of good tips. So, at least for basic tips. So now onto the CT side, what the smoke that I literally throw every single round, excluding the first 2 rounds, and not even the last rounds. I do it on the last rounds anyway. Yeah, excluding the first 2 rounds because they're mostly pistol rounds. Is what I do is as soon as I spawn, I'll come out and I'll aim this right here, and as soon as we can move, boom. A lot of people in silver don't understand that smoke. And I've thrown smokes like this, and they go, "Oh, you missed, dude. That's awful. It's a horrible smoke." It's not. It's not. It really isn't. If you're stupid enough to cut in front of the smoke, then I guess it is a pretty bad smoke because it didn't do anything. Any variations of that, really, you can just hit it off that and just run right through it. And for me, I normally play B site, so I'll throw that smoke, I'll run right up here, grab my nade right here, and I'll throw that low, and that'll hit everything right here. So the good part about that is it's not hitting right here, it's not hitting right here, it's hitting right in the middle. So whether they're here, or they're here, they're going to get hurt, and they're going to get hurt a lot. So even if you turn this corner and just get raped by whatever guns that these guys have, you lit at least 3-4 people if they're rushing that for a good amount of damage, and maybe some guys even half health. So that's what I do almost every round I can. At least a smoke, at least a grenade, bounce it off there, and then make my way right up to here real quick, throw that right about there. And then that even creates a little bit of a cover, like a cloud, so kind of you can see that cloud kind of bounces up, no one can really see, it'll kind of back up, and I get into this spot right here. And I'll tell you, this is a very good spot to hold, because think about it, how often do you check this? You're here, you go boom, 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 sight, and then you're moving on and you're doing, I don't even check it, for Christ's sake. You literally could just sit here with a P90, AK, M4, whatever you want to, even an AWP, I suppose, even though this would be an awful place to have an AWP, and just pick off anyone, because chances are no one's really going to check that. Or you can be a ninja and go for that ninja defuse, but eventually people are going to turn around and see you. So that's going to be for that area. That's going to cover mid and B for me on CT side. So over here on A sides, when you're defending A site on CT side, a smoke that I rarely use, which is kind of the reverse smoke, is see if I can hit it here. No, I can't hit it. Go back to that. Well, I don't really need to show you guys. Basically what it does is it'll bounce off here, I think, if you hit it a little bit early, and it'll land right about like here, or on top of this. And basically what it'll do is, if some players like to play pit a lot, you kind of just hide in pit, and you know, the smoke will go up so people might think that you're here, so you can kind of dance around the smoke. They might, you know, go like that. You can kind of dance around the smoke, or you can hide, and maybe they won't check it, or maybe they'll think it's their own teammate's smoke because people are throwing smokes here, and the smoke's going on everywhere. So that's what I see some people do. Rarely, because I don't know a lot of people that like to play pit. A lot of people just stand here, or they don't even really hold long, which I think is an awful idea. I think you need to have someone long. But besides that, I'll go up to cat right here. I I like playing up on cat. Normally, a lot of times there's a guy mid, so they're watching cat, so I just play sight if I'm on A, and I kind of can help my guy out long, and if he calls cat, I'll watch cat from A sight. But sometimes if there's no mid player, I like pushing up, get a good read on what they're doing mid, lower tunnels. I can just check a lot of areas from up here. And what I like to do is simple pop flash, and then you can kind of check. That's a really common spot, that right side of top mid, and then you can kind of just look at everything, see where everyone is, see if you can spot some enemies. Just a quick pop flash. Remember, players might look away, so just be warned. That was an awful flash. It looked like right into it, but if you throw a flash, don't expect to pop up and have no one be there or have them all be flashed. They might just be waiting for you. So maybe you want to jump out a little bit or just give a quick peek like that and then leave. I don't know. It's up to you. But so my knowledge of smokes isn't super extensive, but it's enough. So to get a decent understanding and be alright at this game. So I'm sorry I dragged the video out a little too long. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe, all of that. By the way, if you're wondering, ew, DebtlessJet is a default knife. Yes, I'm sorry. I'm getting a new knife, though. Comment down below what knife you want me to get. But it must be under at least $80. $80 or less. Less than or equal to $80, alright? Less than or equal to $80. Somewhere around that, alright? But I already know what knife that I kind of want. I'm not going to tell you guys. It's going to be a surprise. So you can either try to guess or... and if you guess it right, I will give you a skin that I have. I'm not going to tell you what skin. I have some pretty shitty skins. But I have some pretty okay skins too. So I'll give you a random skin if you guess it right. And the condition. And the condition as well. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you like the tutorial, I'm thinking about making another tutorial about spots to check, places to check, and then spots to hold if you're having trouble defending. And I can do this for multiple maps. So if there's a certain map where you're just, where do I go? What are good strats? Or how do I defend the site? Or how can I defend A long? Or how do I defend cat? Or how do I defend wherever, mid on cash? I have no idea. Honestly, that's completely random. It's just the first thing that came to my mind. Banana on Inferno. You know, just anything like that. I'm pretty knowledgeable of most maps, just not train. Never, ever train. Please, no. Anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video. Comment down below what you want to see. And this is DebtlessJet signing off. Peace.